Hey guys, happy Saturday. So I get hundreds of emails and DMs every single week with the business, especially since it's been growing a lot this past year. And I've been on top of them, but it has been hard to, control them and keep track of them. So now I developed a new system, and it's basically just a customer service like spreadsheet. So now we can keep track of things. Before I was kind of doing it on the whiteboard this past week, but now it's on here. That way I can access it, wherever I am on my laptop or my phone at any point. And also Michael, who, he works with me, and eventually he's going to be taking care of all customer service, and I'm training him on that. Michael, if you're watching this, be prepared. So this is a much easier system that I found out, that I just made this morning. I woke up at 5 and I'm like, all right, let's fix this problem. So here's what I got going, and this is subject to change, obviously, as the business grows and as things grow and change. But right now I feel like it will work pretty good. So, and there's no personal info on here, so, don't worry about any of that. You guys have no idea whose orders are these. But when you have a business, obviously, you can try to make things go as smooth as possible, but sometimes, stuff pops up, sometimes there's issues, and you have to have a good system to, track it down and keep it under control. When you don't have good systems, you're going to have unhappy customers, and you're going to have a lot of just issues dealing with all of that, the back and forth. And, I honestly do care about you guys and my customers. Like, I want it to be a good shopping experience, and I want you guys to not worry about stuff. If you have ever bought in something from, from a different company or something, and then there's a problem with your order, I know you are worrying about it, because, I've done the same thing. Like, I'm worried about something. I bought something, or it's the wrong size or something like that. And you're constantly thinking about it. It's in the back of your head. And then you're wondering if they'll email you back. And sometimes they don't, because they have bad customer service. So now I have a good system for keeping track of this. So I'll explain it. We put the order number right here so we can reference it on Shopify, because that's where all the main orders come in. Then we have, what does the customer need and what's the problem? So for instance, in this one, someone needs a replacement, like a size replacement. And in this column, we say, did we email or DM them? And the reason for that is because usually that's the only two ways that people reach me, is through direct messages or email. And if you don't write down where you're getting the messages from, you can be confused, because before I had the system, I was going back and forth. I'm like, was it on email or was it on direct message? So now I know. And even with the direct message, on the very top of the message bar, there is an option to flag things. So that means that in my DM box, there are people that their messages are flagged. So I know that they have an issue that needs to be resolved, and I'm helping them with it right now, currently. Then we have the action. So this is just marking down, what do we do? So for instance, today I resolved this issue because I mailed out a parcel for them, right? And then special attention is just anything that they might need, just because, it's by preference. Like, for instance, this order, they're going to be sent through priority mail, and there's going to be more stickers added to the order for various reasons. Then the status. So this one is resolved, because the reason why it's resolved is because we had one of these shirts in stock. So that means that we're able to resolve this order. These ones, we do not have the items in stock, and customers are currently waiting for something like a replacement. So for instance, a big one right now is the state issued uniform. A couple of people were a little bit confused with sizing, which is on my part. I try to make it as clear as possible, but even with the size guides and showing all the dimensions of stuff, people were a little bit confused on that, and some people need replacements. So that's why it says pending. Unfortunately, with those shirts right now, there is supply chain issues with COVID, and all of that. So they're literally all on back order. Like I can't even get my hands on them. As soon as I can, I'm gonna order like, you know, more of those. And then the reason why like we also need to write this down is so when I order more shirts, I have to take those shirts off of stock, because if I put all those shirts onto the store, what will happen is they'll probably sell out really quick, and then I'm not gonna be able to send these customers those shirts out, or I'm gonna have to cancel another order and then go through that whole process, and that's a pain in the butt. Then we have edited by. This is just my initial, so this is edited by me, Dimitri. If Michael was in here, he would put his initial, because then I would know that he is taking care of that order. And then we also, in this problem bar, we kind of write out as much of a description as possible. And so basically what we want to do with this system is keep track of everything. That's really the goal of it. You know, if you're a smaller brand or you just started out, this might not be like super relevant to you, but I still suggest that you get, this is free too on Google Sheets. Get this, do the exact same thing, because even if you have 1 or 2 orders or something like that, you still want to write this down, because it's easy to forget. Even if I only had one problem order, then I would still write it down on here, right? And as these are checked off at green, then that means, you know, they're done, and I will know what's done, and, you know, stuff will still be added. I have pretty good systems in place for not sending out like the wrong order or the wrong size or something like that. So, you know, none of these are that. These are basically just like sizing issues, you know, and sometimes there's a thing called return to sender. So what happens is, I gotta cover this up. So here is a parcel, right? And this got sent back to us. You can't see any of the info in it, but this happens once in a while. I made a video about this, a package sent around the world. That's what it's called. So when that happens, we also have to write it down, because we have to, you know, get a hold of the customer to help them with that order. Anyways, I hope you guys like this video, and I hope you got value out of it. This is just an easy and free way to keep track of your orders, especially if you're a growing brand. You really want to make sure that you're on top of stuff, because customers matter, and, you know, I really care about my customers. And one of my goals as a business is to have really good customer service and super fast shipping. That's like my 2 like top things that I want to have. Anyways, hope you guys have a good day. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you later. Thanks, guys.